The upcoming Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy game seems to be a game I'm very excited for and have been since they announced it, but many people I talk to have forgotten it even exists or just don't care. Now, at least we're hearing positive reactions from select game journalists from big outlets, and they all say it's absolutely amazing. So in case you guys haven't been following along, the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy video game, it's like 3 weeks away, somewhere around there. Like, we're gonna have it soon, and there's a serious lack of hype for it. And I think there is something to that because, I mean, it was announced out of nowhere. You only play as Star-Lord. It's all over the place in terms of design, where they're clearly trying to be like the MCU, but pretend like they're not, and using some comic aspects, but not straying too far away from the films. And, you know, there's a couple things you can see that are quite clearly, I would say, not low budget, but that double A standard. And God, I hate double A, triple A terms, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't look like it's your Miles Morales or Marvel's Spider-Man level of quality. Many people were afraid it was going to be like Marvel's Avengers, and recently outlets like IGN, GameSpot, and others were allowed an hour and a half hands-on preview to play, explore, talk to the characters, live in this world and see what it's like. And it's overwhelmingly positive. Like, they're all hyped about it. They talk about the characters, the story, the gameplay, only playing as Star-Lord being an actual advantage because of the way that the game plays out, and how it reminded them in the best ways possible of Guardians of the Galaxy meets Mass Effect. And to me, this is exactly what I was hoping for. You know, the Mass Effect Legendary Trilogy, or Legendary Collection, whatever it was called. I'm still playing through it. Taken forever because Mass Effect 1 is one of my top 5 games of all time. I absolutely love those games. And hearing that this game takes inspiration from that the storyline is great, that the characters are great, that the banter between them is great, that the decision-making process is great, that you get to spend time on the Milano interacting with them, that they take you to corners of the Marvel Universe that we haven't seen in the films, really does get me excited. Like, I'm genuinely hyped, and there is actual people out there that have gotten their hands on this now who were saying that this looks like garbage and weren't excited. They got to play it, and now they're saying it's one of their most anticipated games of the year. And that's awesome. Like, who expected that from seeing this when it was announced? You know, at most we were like, wow, looks like maybe it's a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Let's hope for it, and maybe in some way it'll deliver something entertaining to us, but won't be as bad as Marvel's Avengers was. Again, I still play Marvel's Avengers, but that game has a lot of problems. This looks like it's going to be the middle ground. It's going to be way better than Marvel's Avengers, but not as good as Marvel's Spider-Man, which, let's be real, I don't think anybody expected to hit that high bar of trying to be on the level of Marvel's Spider-Man and Miles Morales. But if it can get close to getting like 8.5 on the high end, I think this could be something that we look at, and we can't wait for the sequel. And then the sequel truly does a Assassin's Creed 2 or a Mass Effect 2, where they take everything, take all the criticism back to the lab and go, let's fix everything. And by the time we get a sequel, you're looking at a legit Game of the Year contender. And I think there's something to supporting this after hearing all the positive hype.